And we begin tonight with more on the bombshell ruling by Maine's Environmental Protection Commissioner to suspend the permits for the controversial CMP corridor. Good evening, I'm Pat Callahan.
And I'm Cindy Williams. A lot of people are now asking what is next for the corridor. The answer could come after a court date in about 3 weeks. NewsCenter Maine's Don Kerrigan has more on that.
The back of the petition.
It is a third victory this month for corridor opponents. After a resounding defeat at the polls, the NECEC bowed to pressure from the governor and shut down construction.
Honor our votes. Suspend the permit.
That came last week after opponents rallied against the project outside the Maine Department of Environmental Protection.
Maine law gives the DEP the power to suspend the permit when there's been a change in circumstance.
Which is exactly what happened. At Monday's hearing, the lawyer for the NECEC said there was no need for the DEP to do anything because work had stopped.
There can be no environmental impact in allowing the license to remain in place because the licensees have voluntarily agreed to suspend construction until the business court has ruled on the pending motion for preliminary injunction.
But DEP Commissioner Melanie Loisem didn't agree. She said the new law passed by voters changed everything, ruling that because of that law, there is not a reasonable likelihood of the project being able to deliver power. And to avoid any risk of more environmental damage, she has suspended the project permit. Corridor opponent Tom Saviello was happy.
The commissioner said in her findings that a volunteer effort is not enforceable. So in order to her to suspend this operation, she had to had to create the suspension so she could enforce it if they in fact try to start construction again, but prior to the court ruling on the constitutionality question.
And constitutionality is now the question. The company's suit against the new law will be heard in court December 15th. NECEC President Thorne Dickinson said they will fight to overturn the new law, saying it is unconstitutional and cannot be lawfully applied to stop this vital project. Saviello, who helped write the referendum, says it will be just the first of several more court cases.
But if they do prevail, there's a 5-day window of which we can appeal and ultimately go to the law court if necessary.
Either way, it's probably going to go to the law court, correct?
Either way, it's probably going to go to the law court. This is far from over.
For now, at least, construction is over. The DEP says corridor workers can haul away any trees that have already been cut. But aside from that, everything will wait until all sides find out what happens in court. In Augusta, Don Kerrigan, NewsCenter, Maine.